So on today's episode I want to talk about how to intrigue a man. Okay, so kumbuka nilikuwa nimeongelelea how to intrigue a woman, so now I'm talking about how to intrigue a man. So this is for the ladies. Okay, na kama if you are a man and you're watching, tell me zile vitu zenye unaona nitasahau and the things that I'll point out then una feel pia hizo zinaweza intrigue mwanaume. Okay, so number one thing, men love natural beauty. I don't know why, but we are attracted to a lady who loves natural beauty. Sometimes ladies think that wanaume wanapenda wasichana wenye wamepaka makeup na nini. Tunapenda kuona wakiwa mbali, like tunamuonea akiwa mbali ama tunamuonea kwa picha, but when you get close to them you realize just how much amefanya ndio akae hivyo. And then as a guy you start to feel, hey manze, you know, because you start to look at the foundation. Unaanza kuona shingo yake kuna venye ifanani na sura, unaanza kuona mikono zake kuna venye hazifanani na hiyo kala ya hiyo sura. So you as a guy you'll see it's too much. Okay, so akiwa mbali, yes, anaweza kaa poa na mwanaume ata appreciate, but the minute you get closer to her you realize, you know, ni kama, you know, you can already see her face, una feel oye umse amefanya too much. And that's the thing, guys don't like a lady who does too much. So natural beauty number one. Kitu ingine ni voice appeal. Voice appeal inamaanisha do you have a good voice. And then there's a way you can talk to someone, especially ile time unaongea na mtu on phone. Of course you know there's a way you can change your voice. Kuna venye unaweza shift voice yako, kuna venye unaweza bend voice yako to kind of like come out in a certain way. So that's what I'm talking about, voice appeal. But generally kama uko na tu voice poa, men love that. Men are intrigued by a lady mwenye ako na sauti poa generally too. Okay, so I guess that's natural. All right, the other thing also I think intrigues men is the fact that when it comes to your dressing, first of all unavaa poa, but then the other thing pia you are showing some skin, ka cleavage hapa na pale, short dress hapa na pale. Of course men love those things because at least unampeka imagination fulani. Lakini ukikuja umevaa pull necks, juu umejifunika hadi huku, you know, he never sees anything literally. There's a way how utaweza ku appeal to him. There's a way you will not appeal to him. So I'm not saying that you dress scantily at utuoneshe kila kitu, no. Just, you know, at least katiza kidogo tu. And I feel especially when you are being taken out on a date, hiyo ndo kitu yenye unafaa kuconsider sana, like wear like a teaser, you know, vaa in a way, in a certain way that makes you appear sexy as a lady, so that will appeal to a man. All right, the other thing also you need to consider, kitu ingine inaweza intrigue mwanaume is the fact that you take interest in his vision, you take interest in the things that he does. Probably this guy is an entrepreneur ama he's passionate about a certain thing. Okay, akiona umeanza ku take interest na hiyo kitu, anaanza ku feel wow, probably this is the lady, because anaanza kukuona by then probably when yule demo mwenye unaweza support dream yake. And guys want to have somebody who can support their dream, we want somebody who can actually support our dream na vision yetu penye inaenda. So if you are that kind of a lady, mwanaume ata feel intrigued by you because ata feel udem nikaa tunaweza enda mbali na udem. The other thing also is about cooking, and I know most ladies these days wanakama out wanasema unajua mimi sipendi kupika, unajua ni nini. Literally if you cook for a man unambamba kabisa. You know why? Because personally even for me, naweza kumbuka dem fulani ashanipikia, and maybe we were not dating, she was just a lady, but I can remember that food hadi wa leo. Like I'm talking about a reality. Like me saa inaweza kwambia kuna food fulani, kuna kaugali na nyama fulani tushaipikiwa tukiwa pahali, and I wasn't the only guy there. We were like 3 guys. No dem alitupikia tukiwa si watatu. We were at her house by the way, na akatupikia hiyo nyama manze tukiwa watatu. No, I think alikuja kwenye tulikuwa, and then we bought everything, and then yeye akapika, and nakwambia that was the most tastiest food I've ever tasted. Okay, na siwezi kuambia alifanya nini, siwezi kuambia kali tumia spice ama nini, but she was a good cook. So men appreciate a lady who can really cook, especially because unajua sai when guys are meeting different ladies intrigue them in different ways. Unaweza pata chali analetewa like a whole bucket of mandazi. I know I keep saying this, ni juu ni kitu nimeona na macho mtu akifanyiwa. Nimeona mwingine anabekiwa mayai, nimeona anabekiwa samaki, nimeona mwingine analetewa sandwiches. So you need to realize that as a lady you really have to go the extra mile. Pia wewe lazima uput in ka effort. Don't just think that it's the guy who's supposed to go the extra mile and try to kind of like intrigue you. Hata wewe pia unaweza fanya kitu umuintrigue. So the other way ladies you can be able to intrigue a man is through conversation. Kama wewe ni yule mse mwenye unaweza chapa story, you're not the kind of ladies who will call a guy and then hauna story, na wewe umempigia simu umebuy minutes sijui za 2 hours ama nini, but you don't have any conversation. you won't intrigue a man. But if you're the kind of lady mwenye like you have conversations, unakuwa na story, like story with you it flows. Either wewe ndio una make sure that story ina flow. Ukiona ameboeka kidogo, ama ukiona conversation imeenda kuisha, you jump start another conversation, ama you jump into another topic, you'll intrigue a man by the, because anajua wewe ataka kupeleka date, at least mnezaena na mneza have something to talk about. Hautaenda hapo uanze kungojea tini yetu atakupe conversation, okay? The other thing also is, when you really think about it, men love ladies who actually are funny and are humorous, because sometimes unaweza pata dem mwenye either ako closed off, so when you talk to her hacheki, she doesn't come up with jokes, ama when you tell a joke she acts like, oh we umesema hiyo ni kitu mbaya, aki unezaje niambia hivyo. And maybe for a guy you're just saying it to tease her, unamuenjoy tu, you're not really serious about it, but every time you say a joke, the lady is always there like, guy, yani unaweza niambia hivyo nini nini. So a guy wants a lady who is humorous, and sometimes I will say that when a guy finds a lady who is funny, hiyo ni kitu inabambanga wanaume wengi sana. Like if you can make me laugh, yes I can make you laugh. Neza sema kitu funny, neza kuwa nasemanga jokes, but as a guy, if a lady can make me laugh, for me nakuanga nimetick ka box fulani, like okay, you get. Of course it may not be the main thing, but it's one of those things that as a guy unaweza notice, udem by then anakuanga funny, so you are always wanting to be around her, ama you always want to talk to her, because unajua lazima mtapiga jokes, lazima mtaongea, you know, vitu funny. The other way also, you can intrigue a guy as a lady, always kuwa na marash poa. Imagine kitu unaweza kuambia as a lady, and even as a guy, please have a good scent, okay? Anytime you are around people, anytime you are around the other opposite gender, imagine just make sure una smell nice, just make sure you have a good fragrance. And especially for ladies, the minute a guy feels una smell vizuri, he'll be ata feel ni kama ata mmeanza kuwa more intimate. Why? Because he can be able to smell your scent. So anytime you have like a good scent, anytime una smell poa, you will really intrigue a guy, okay? And I think the last thing nitasema ni, one thing you need to understand about guys is that most guys are sapiosexual. So if you are intelligent as a lady, ata notice udem anakuanga intelligent, and you will even hear them say, by then unakuanga intelligent, I love the way you think, okay? So the beauty of how you think sometimes inaweza intrigue mwanaume sana, and especially if he's the kind of guy who says that probably anataka dem smart, okay? You know, there are guys who want actually smart ladies. Even for me, there's a joke I made like I think last week, and I was saying, mwanaume ukitafuta msichana, just make sure umetafuta msichana mwerevu, msikuwe wajinga wawili kwa relationship. So what that just means ni, tafuta dem mwerevu, tafuta dem smart. And even as a guy, the way you can know a lady is smart is, first of all, angalia Kenya alisomea. Kama ni dem amefanya finance, kama ni dem amefanya, you know, unajua hizi course fulani unafeel, hizi ni courses za msee akona brains, that's an intelligent person, na alipass na akagraduate na nini. But as I conclude, nitasema, just do what comes to your instinct, okay? Sometimes hizi vitu si overthink. Even me, when I'm approaching a lady, whether I want to intrigue her or not, I try as much as possible not to overthink. Junajua niki overthink, nitaimeki ikaenika ni kitu kubwa, na si kitu kubwa. Remember, even the small things can really intrigue a person. By just noticing maybe nimevaa vest poa, by just noticing maybe nimevaa chain poa, those are the things that really intrigue. And if you are a lady mwenye unakuanga very you're very, can I say, very very confident, ama very what, like unakuanga very open to give a guy compliment, that's also a plus. So you know, usiwai choka kupe mwanaume compliment. Mwambie unakaa poa, una smile poa, mwambie you have a good shoe, mwambie uko na kiatu poa, nywele yako inakaa poa. Those things really matter for a guy, even if you won't say it, even if it doesn't matter at 100%. Kuna venye mse na feelingi akiwaambiwa na dem, unakaa poa, si unakaa fiti, there's a way a guy feels. So that really intrigues a man. And so I hope by telling you this as a lady, now you'll have something to start a conversation with. Kuna kitu unaweza pia kuseme, unaweza enda uambie mwanaume hivi just to intrigue him, so that usikie kenye yeye atasema, so that it can spark a conversation. But definitely do what you can and follow your instinct so that you can intrigue a guy.
Gachin Lion.